Welcome to Health Q&A. My name is Gill Stannard. I'm a naturopath and health and happiness coach, and I'm here to answer your questions. Today I've got a question from Anna about meditation, and she says, Gill, you're always banging on about meditation. I can't do it. Is there anything else that will give me those health benefits? So Anna, your problem is very common. Most of us, when we sit down at the cushion or the chair to meditate, find it very difficult to stay in the moment. And there's some people who are more challenged by that than others. I think I first learnt meditation in the 1980s, late 1980s, and found it very challenging. I still consider myself to be a beginner, even if I meditate on a regular basis. And I'm really sold on the health benefits of it now, having felt the difference from cultivating a more regular practice. But I do believe there are other things that you can do that will have a similar effect on your brain and your body generally. It's about finding something that helps you stay in the moment. So with meditation, it's about the breath. Most forms of meditation get you aware of following your breath. And when thoughts arise, you come back to your breath. And it's a process of labeling the things that come up. You might feel cold, and just label that as a sensation and not get attached to it. You might be thinking of something in the future, like, what am I going to have for lunch? And that's just a thought. You might be thinking about something in the past, such as, I had a fight with that person and I'm upset. And that's also a thought. So it's about coming back to now. What do you do, or what have you done in the past that makes you aware of the present? So other than the breath, there are other senses that can be used to have a similar effect. And one that's quite common is if you've ever lain on the beach, of course you're wearing your sunblock or you're in the shadow, and you've got your eyes shut and you're listening to the waves. So listening to the waves hitting the sand can be very much like meditating. If thoughts arise, you just label them as thoughts. So too, that feeling of a refreshing breeze over your skin on a hot day. You can really key into that sensation and just follow the sensation and stay in your body. And that might work for you. Of course, there's the whole realm of guided relaxations, which you can buy, or some that you can find for free on the internet, that if someone talks you through the process, you may find it even easier. Generally, for clients who say they can't sit still, and that's the toughest thing about meditation, there are a couple of options. One is walking, but walking with intent. Walking with the aim of breathing in the smells of your neighbourhood or the bush where you're walking. It's about being aware of how you're placing your feet and where you're placing your feet. Once again, it's a practice of movement in the moment, and that may be like meditation for you. The other physical form that works really well for other people, apart from Qigong and Tai Chi, is of course yoga. Now, if you are a yoga follower and you've finished your class with Yoga Nidra, with the relaxation, and have been able to relax then the exercise leading you into that space is the key for you. So I certainly would recommend yoga if you're a very active person and can't stand sitting still. But there are other things that can take us into that state as well. Music, I think, is really beneficial, and be careful about the music you choose. Nothing that you have strong connotations with, perhaps, or remind you of people or experiences. It's not about getting into a reminiscent state. Ambient music, big fan of Brian Eno for ambient music. Listening to that and just breathing and being still may take you there. So too something like drawing, life drawing, or very actively drawing an object. You may find that you're in the moment, that your hand is moving, your eye is watching, and you are right there at that time. that is a form of meditation. So Anna, you can walk, you can draw, you can listen to music, you can do yoga, you can do guided relaxation. They're all a good start. But the key to all of these, to make it a meditative process, is practice. It's not about doing it once and expecting the benefits to stick. Regardless if you're doing traditional meditation or whether you're doing yoga, it is about practicing using that muscle. It's about practicing calming your thoughts, following your breath, feeling the sensations, labeling thoughts without getting attached to them. And as I said, and all good yoga teachers and all good meditation teachers would say, it is about the practice. It is about practicing to flex that muscle. And not every session is the same. Very well experienced meditators will often say that each meditation is different. Different things arise. So that if you have a very agitated session, if you try to draw and you can't get there, you may have tried that classic be in the moment while you wash the dishes and all you do is get wet and hot and annoyed. Don't give up. Try something else or come back to the same practice again. And I hope that helps. Get back in touch and tell me how you're going. And if you have a simple health question for Health Q&A Monday, please email me. I am coaching at gillstannard.com.au. You can find me on Twitter at herbalgill, and you can see me via my website, gillstannard.com.au. See you next week.